This is Maria. And this is Megan.
So I'm going to talk to you about my friend Tova.
Hello, I'm Aman.
Hello, I'm Emmanuel.
Hey, this is Tanya.
Hey, this is Sarah.
What's up? This is my man Haji. And this is my friend, Idol.
Hi guys, I am well. She's my partner friend, Nenji.
So this here is a shadow, and this up here is a light, and this piece of concrete is friendship, it's community, it's a support that holds us together. The orange symbolises bright, so it's powerful. The leaf is fragile, but it's softness. And the stick has two ways, but it starts off as one, so that means we're going on a journey. And the seed at the beginning of our journey is the growth. And along our journey, we don't know where we're going, but this is transparency, even though we can't see it. And then the flower is self-acceptance, it's belief, it's that flourish. And when we come to the end of our journey, even though it might have been bumpy, we're at peace.
Seven or 8 years ago, I happened to meet the guys in Al Jannah through their summer encounter, and I absolutely fell in love with the project. And I thought, I want to work with these people.
So, can I use this and say, can we agree to work together in a creative way?
And from the very beginning, we knew we wanted something creative. We knew we wanted something with young people for sure, and we knew we wanted something about the transformation that young people can play a very central role in.
Because everybody, it brings when you together, it brings this vibe. You know, like yesterday we just met, and then straight away we had like a strong connection. This strong energy was just around the whole building. And one thing I don't like is conflict. Conflict in the team. Ooh. Do you hear that?
When I heard about the project, I contacted Amel, who I've done a lot of work with before, and said it would be a really exciting project to put in an application for, and did she have any ideas. And she had worked with Al Jannah before, and she brought me up some of their work, and I got really excited about it. And we started to write the project application, and that took months and months and months.
And we said, that's it, we have our theme: storytelling, conflict transformation and shadows.
Will loves writing, he enjoys swimming and reading. Now reading is one thing we have in common, because I enjoy reading as well, so that's why we're really bonded. And he's home for this week. He's taking notes, writing poems, and also taking photos. Yeah.
This sculpture is made from things that things that helps us to take the next step.
احنا دائما شجرة كتير كبيرة واقفة، بس هي الشجرة ما كانت وقفت لو ما الظروف اتجمعت وراها وعملت مجموعة خبرات سندت هي الشجرة وخلتها توقف وتكون كتير قوية بوجه أي مشكلة وبوجه أي عاصفة.
It's okay to be broken, and it's okay to be sad. And when you're broken, you can always get the things and the pieces together to make a beautiful thing.
This wire, even though it's cut and short, is still strong to hold things together. Sometimes to move on, we also need our friends. The stories from our friends also helps us to move forward.
She told me that it was because of people's careless acts and not thinking of others. And I never knew much about the Middle East or what life yous were living over here. All you really can depend on is the news or videos or what you read on the internet. And I kind of thought the people I was going to meet were going to be kind of closed, or like they were going to think I was weird because I was so open and kind of out there.
My magic moment was during one of the workshops we had. The one that has to do with the small water bottle, and is it up to 4 or 5 chairs in front of it. It actually was all about the power of a small bottle of water and it's being the center of power.
It was the first time I've really gotten up, spoken out and said, oh, I'm going to do it, because I wanted to show power in the chairs. And I was like, no, I'm going to do this. And I literally pinched myself up off the couch and I was like,
yeah, you remember that.
I just like leaped up off the couch and I said, I'm just going to do it. And then I got back and then it was like, I did it. Oh wow.
To me, I just felt we can actually block our own power without realizing it.
The process was for young people to be able to explore needs, to explore behaviours and to explore feelings, and in doing all that, figuring out what kind of conflicts can arise and then how these conflicts can transform or change.
He's furious. Then suddenly the young man gets a phone call. Hello? Emmanuel? I'm having a baby now. The young man gives a powerful speech to his boss.
What? You must choose one. Leave or stay.
He makes a decision.
What?
Before coming here, I thought I would be the only one who longs for going back home. By home I mean to the country you belong to, but you can't. I thought I would be the only one who has never seen their country, but I was wrong, basically. And through sharing the experience or the emotions of how we feel towards our home country, I got the knowledge about the history of what happened and what's happening and things like that. So it's like knowledge through sharing our own personal experience.
Another thing that changed me, kind of the whole thing, was how when we went to the camp, you know, that one just changed the whole ways of the way I see things. Because back in Ireland and the things we see on TV, you know, if you follow it, if you're somebody that follows it all the time, you have so much hate against the people in the East here, and which is something that I've come to realize that it's better for you to come and see, you know, than you sit down there and just judge.
And then suddenly they're faced with terrible injustice, and that really hurt them because they didn't really know how they could actually, what role they were going to be playing there.
كانت أول مرة عم بشوف المخيم بعيون ناس من حضارات مختلفة، بالتالي هذا الشيء خلاني آمن أكتر بأهمية إنه نضل عم نشتغل على تحسين حياة الناس بغض النظر عن شو دينهم وعرقهم ومن وين هن.
At all times we said we wouldn't bring people in any direction where they didn't want to go, and we would never ask the young people their stories. Although they shared their stories with one another, it was never going to be part of the process.
We were very curious to try and find out what is it with these young people, what is it that actually gets them to be the young leaders they are, what is it that actually got them to say, okay, I'm in the middle of this conflict, but I'm going to do something about it.
This is how I feel.
Excuse me. التوتر صابني أكثر شيء لما حسيت حالي عم بنطلق، عم أعبر بدون أي حدود. حسيت للحظة بإني أنا كسرت هذا الحاجز، وهي الكسرة للحاجز عملت لي توتر كتير كبير. توتر خفت للحظة. حكيت هاشم إنه أنا ما فيني غني، خليني بس ارتاح لو 5 دقايق. بس بالأخير يعني قدرت إني أنا أتجاوزه وحولت هذا التوتر لإحساس. Everybody know who the leader is?
Yes.
A big part of my role here was doing the opening and closing circuits to create a safe space for the young people.
And the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see.
To watch them being so creative. Some of the stuff with the toolboxes and the light boxes, the shadows. And they've taken our ideas and they've just exploded. They've exploded them, and they've took it to a whole new level that I personally could ever have imagined.
Every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry
about a thing, 'cause every little thing.
حسيت على حالي اني انا فجأة كأني قاعدة بالبيت، كأنه ما بقى عم حس حتى انه انا لازم اكون منتبهة مثلا على شكلي وطالعة ظابطة، ما عم فكر اصلا انه في جادجمنت، ما عم فكر اني انا لازم ما اضحك بصوت عالي مثلا، ما عم فكر اني لازم راقب تصرفاتي بأي شيء، كل شيء طبيعي. يعني انا عندي رفقات صار لي سنين بعرفهم ما كنت هالقد مرتاحة مع عالم بحياتي.
في ظلمتي يكتئب ويهدده التعب فيذوب وينسكب.
شاركت اشياء كتير عميقة من جوا، اشياء وافكار احيانا بتحس انه ما حدا غيرك بفكر فيها وما بدك تقولها لاي حدا بالدنيا. صار في عندك القصص اللي انت خلص كاببها او هربان منها او ما بدك اياها، شاركتها وشاركنا كل شيء حلو.
I think this whole experience was outside my comfort zone. It was my first time leaving Ireland, and it was a very foreign country in the sense it wasn't part of Europe. What actually really pushed me outside my comfort zone, and might sound silly, was eating the food. For me it was very difficult, but I got through it, and by the end of the week I'm eating mountains of food. I'm gonna come back heavier to Ireland. So to me that was really stepping outside my comfort zone.
It was like when we were doing the acting, remember the little scenes we had to do? I wouldn't usually do that, I'm not really confident in myself, but I knew I had to do it for the team. And I couldn't just sit back and say, you go. So like, get out of your bubble, get in and do it.
So just yesterday when Tinkerbell was thinking about Angelo would bring his dad to the garden, lights up the candle, and then both of them stares and look at the stars.
المجتمع مش دايما بيسمح لك انك تكون بطبيعتك، بتعرف عادات تقاليد وهي شغلات، فلما تروح تجتمع مع مجتمعات تانية، ناس من مجتمعات تانية، كله بياخد راحته. فهوني كانت الشغلة انه الواحد عن جد ما ياخد راحته. يعني شغلة انه مثلا بالنسبة أنا أحمل حالي وأجي أرقص كل ليلة، أنا قاعد عم نرقص مع رفقاتي وعم بنبسط أنا وياهم، أو أحس قديش هني بيحبوني وبيعزوني. هاي الشغلة مش موجودة عندنا صراحة، فهون الواحد بحس حاله هيك، يعني بيترك الدنيا كلياتها وبينبسط.
My friend Lucky, you see her?
No.
He's the guy in the red shirt. لما صرنا نحلل إنه أي behavior بده يكون في وراء feelings، والfeelings actually في وراء أصلاً حاجة. لما بلشنا نحلل ونسقط هاي المعرفة على حالنا، صرت أحلل أي تصرف فيني. أنا عصبت، ليش أنا عصبت؟ شو كان شعوري لما عصبت؟ طب شو كانت الحاجة اللي خلتني أصلاً أنا أشعر هذا الشعور فيطلع تصرف التعصيب مني؟
And by identifying those needs, then we can actually start working towards either meeting ours or working towards meeting those of the people that we're in conflict with.
I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue sky, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree. I'm turning my head up and down, I'm turning around, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree.
So we have the feelings of frustration, inferior, anger, like the question of why can't I go? Well, why am I being oppressed in this sense? I'm feeling isolated, I'm the victim. But also, he's feeling insecure, he's feeling threatened, he's also feeling scared. Although he might have, oh, it's flourishing, I'm not getting what I want, I'm putting her down. Actually, that's an illusion, because his roots are spoiled, whereas hers are flourishing. And that's why we have over here, you can see there's thorns, but she needs them to protect herself. And we also have the squirrel, because he feels the energy, it's a positive energy. Although she might be the one directly suffering from the behaviour, he himself is suffering from his needs not being met. So that's why his roots are spoiled and her leaves are spoiled.
We find that violence can be different in each kind of conflict that we like. Violence is a very big word, but here we have this kind of violence that can happen. And one thing that we stopped on was how we change ourselves, how we change the accent, how we change the address sometimes, how we change the way we usually like to dress just to be someone else, just to fit in.
The conflict in religion it creates, and then through that it creates fear, it also creates hate, and we feel like sometimes we are trapped. You know, you can't move. You know, you want there are certain things that you want to know, there are certain things, but you can't get anything back, so you're just stuck over there.
We were really conscious that this was going to be a week, it was going to be a really intense week, but we were going to walk away again at the end of the week, and we wouldn't be there to support the young people if we brought them into a space that they weren't ready to be brought into. So
we only had a week to do this. There's very, very small pieces of work that can be done in a week, but actually it is what can we do outside of that week, and that's a really important thing, but this is just a beginning.
If this feeling goes both ways, we both know
Darker nights are merely made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Crawling back to you. Never thought of calling when you're at you, 'cause I always do. Maybe I'm too busy being lost to fall for somebody new. Now I thought it through, crawling back to you. So have you got the good?
These are the tools that we use to overcome conflicts in our lives. And this is our magic box. It has all the tools that we have. The first one is the courage to let go. Because sometimes we just keep holding everything that we face in our lives and we don't let it go. So it's a burden on us. It should just go. The second tool is asking for help, because by yourself you can't do anything. You need to ask for help, and this is one of the tools. And the third one is
give it time. Nothing is permanent. It's only a season. It will surely pass away.
And the fourth one is the faith.
Last week, we didn't know each other. The young people did not know each other. And to see them here today, how they connect, how they speak, how they understand, how they, give each other permission to challenge, all those things. It's been an incredible process.
The really powerful aspect of this project is that you can often do projects with young people and great things happen, but then you've got no record of it. The really strong thing about this project is the really strong focus on developing a video and having two videos, one that records the process, which was a really valuable process, a documentary piece, and then the other piece being an inspirational piece that young people can use as an inspirational piece themselves with other young people, with youth workers that they meet, with other colleagues.
Another line that really resonates with me a lot. It's from a poem called Passport. كل قلوب الناس جنسيتي. The hearts of all the people are my identity. So take away the passport. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
They sang in the same language. And they laughed in the same language, and probably one of the best experiences of my life, both professionally and personally.
When you say ignorance, it means rude. It's the lack of understanding, and I don't think that if you don't give yourself a chance not to judge and sit and listen to someone, you'll never actually acknowledge them the way you're supposed to.
تماما اجيت لهون عملت ثيرابي وانا رايحه كثير مبسوطه ومرتاحه to the real world again to fight with all that knowledge.
People would be concerned about me coming over to such a dangerous place, with, mixing together with dangerous people, like they'd say. But no, the people I've met here are full of love, and that breaks every single stereotypes I've had, every single one of them.
stereotype is not the way forward. Having the bubble and the picture of people without actually getting to know them is not the way forward. We should get to know people and look beyond what the media is showing. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans.
When I first arrived in Lebanon, the airport, I suppose straight away my perceptions were broken, which had been heavily relied on Western media.
From seeing the way the kids live over here. So that's one thing I'm going to take back. I'm going to take back the culture as well. I want to tell people it's not like that in the media, and it's not like that anywhere else. That if you want to, go over and experience it yourself.
So the culture, the people, you know, and friendship, that's all, you know, that's it. Oh.
It's love.
It's love. It's love.
Yeah, and magic. And I picked up the phone and I called Mel and she said yes. And she picked up the phone to Motaz and he said yes. And we wrote a lot of words. And then the Anna Lynn Foundation said yes. It all starts with one yes. All you need to say is yes.
You have the power. You are strong. Yes, you can. You have all what it takes.
لأني إنسان لما بتبقى ماشي بوجهك ابتسامة لما بعيونك بطمن عيون قلقانة لما إيدك بتساعد حدا خايف لما بقلوب البشر نشوف العنف عم بيزيد الطيبة يلي فينا عم نقطعها من الوريد إنسان راقي راكب عقله مو بشكله الرفض العنف وعارف وين بوصله اسمع ارفعوا قيمة الإنسان حتى يغلى